Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shree Pushkar Chemicals and Fertilisrs Limited's Q4 and FY2024 earnings call. As a reminder, all lines will be in listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. If you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. Before we begin, I would like to remind all participants that some of the statements or comments made on today's call may be forward-looking in nature. These may include, but are not necessarily limited to, financial projections or other statements of the company's plans, objectives, expectations, or intentions. The company disclaims any obligation to update these forward-looking statements to reflect future events or developments. Kindly refer to slide number 21 of the earning presentation for a detailed disclaimer. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nitesh Pangle, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of Shree Pushkar Chemicals and Fertilisrs Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone, and we welcome all the participants to Shree Pushkar Chemicals and Fertilisrs Limited Q4 and FY 2024 earnings call. Joining us today from the management side, we have Mr. Puneet Makharia, Chairman and Managing Director, and Mr. Deepak Beriwala, Chief Financial Officer. Now, I will hand over the call to Mr. Puneet Makharia for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nitish. A very good evening and a very warm welcome to everyone attending the Q4 and FY24 earnings calls of Shree Pushkar Chemicals and Fertilisrs Limited. I trust you all have the chance to review the financial results and the investor presentation available on the both stock exchange and our company website. Friends, reflecting on our Q4 performance amidst a dynamic economic landscape, I am pleased to present our financial and operational achievements. Our commitment to sustainable expansion and strategic investments has yielded commendable results. During Q4 FY24, our standalone revenue grew by 13%, reaching to Rs 135 crores, underscoring our efforts to enhance operational efficiencies and expand our product portfolio. Standalone EBITDA surged by 36% to 16 crores, achieving an EBITDA margin of 11.6%. Furthermore, our standalone PAT saw a significant increase of 329%, reaching to Rs 11 crores with a PAT margin of 7.9%. For the entire fiscal year, standalone revenue increased by 16% to Rs 487 crores, supported by a 4% increase in standalone EBITDA to Rs 44 crores, and a PAT growth of 91% to Rs 27 crores. On a consolidated basis, revenue increased by 6% to Rs 726 crores, although we experienced an 11% decline in EBITDA to 61 crores. Our PAT remains stable at 37.1 crores, reflecting our reliances in the face of the market fluctuations. Our product segment exhibited varied performance in terms of volume and revenues. Dyes intermediates saw a significant volume growth of 82% and acid grew by 19%, while fertilizer and animal feed experienced marginal declines. Revenue from the dyes intermediate grew by 64%, whereas acid revenue declined by 26%. Despite these fluctuations, we remain focused on capitalizing on growth opportunities and proactively addressing the challenges. We have initiated several strategic projects aimed at enhancing on our production capabilities and achieving greater sustainability. The initiation of Unit 6 in our fertilizer division, along with the setup of 3.8 megawatt solar power plant and the new water-soluble plant at Unit 4. Reflecting our commitment to forward and backward integration, the combined solar capacity will be 9 megawatt on DC basis, supporting our units in Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. Our planned capex of 215 crores, primarily funded through internal accruals and a preferential issue to the promoter, will facilitate the expansion of our existing capabilities, the widening of our product portfolio, and further integration within our operations. During the financial year, we successfully completed the consolidated capex of 50 crores, out of which 16.12 crore was allocated for the further establishment of 3.8 megawatt DC solar power plant, and 33.46 crores were directed towards investment in our chemical and fertilizer verticals. Looking ahead, we are committed to fostering sustainable growth through prudent financial management, operational efficiency achievements, and strategic investments in innovation and technology. With a forward-looking approach and a dedicated team, we are confident of our ability to deliver long-term value to our shareholders. Friends, with this, I would like to hand over call to Mr. Deepak Beriwala, who is our CFO, who will provide more details on the operational and financial highlights of Q4 and FY24. Over to you, Deepak.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, and thank you all of you joining us today. I would like to provide an overview of our operational and financial performance for Q4 and FY24. Starting with our standalone results for Q4 FY24, I am pleased to report a 13% revenue growth, reaching 135 crores. Our EBITDA for the quarter grew significantly by 36% to rupees 16 crores, resulting in an EBITDA margin of 11.6%. Additionally, our PAT increased by 329%, amounting to rupees 11 crores with a PAT margin of 7.9%. On a consolidated basis, our Q4 FY24 revenue grew by 6%, totaling rupees 191 crores. However, we experienced an 8% decline in EBITDA, amounting to rupees 19 crores with an EBITDA margin of 9.8%. Our PAT has increased by 2%, amounting to rupees 13 crores with a PAT margin of 6.9%. For the full fiscal year FY24, on a standalone basis, we achieved a revenue growth of 16%, reaching 487 crores. Our EBITDA increased by 4% to 44 crores with an EBITDA margin of 9.1%. Our PAT grew by 91%, reaching 27 crores with a PAT margin of 5.5%. On consolidated basis, for FY24, show a 6% revenue growth, amounting to rupees 726 crores. We experienced an 11% decline in EBITDA, totaling rupees 61 crores with the EBITDA margin of 8.4%. PAT remains flat at 37.1 crores with a PAT margin of 5.1%. Moving on to our volume metrics for FY24, we show a 5% increase in the volume of dyes and 82% increase in dyes intermediates. The volume for acid increased by 19%, while fertilizers remained flat, and animal feeds decreased by 10%. Overall, our total volume increased by 4%. In terms of revenue for FY24, dyes decreased by 3%, while dyes intermediates saw a substantial increase of 64%. Revenue from acid decreased by 26%, fertilizers by 12%, and animal feeds by 21%. Despite these mixed results, our total revenue increased by 6%. For Q4 FY24, the volume of chemical was 11,381 metric tons, reflecting a 9% year-on-year growth, while fertilizers show a 4% growth, totaling of 57,000 metric tons. For the entire financial year, the volume of chemical was 57,270 metric tons, a significant 26% year-over-year growth. Fertilizer, however, show a slight decline of 1%, totaling of 209,500 metric tons. Segmental revenue for Q4 FY24 shows 25% year-over-year increase in chemicals, where fertilizer experienced on 11% decrease. For FY24, segmental revenue for chemicals increased by 30%, while fertilizers decreased by 13%. Regarding our financial position, we have a non-linked deposit facility available, 117 crores. Our return on capital employed for FY24 stands at 9.7%, and our return on equity is 4.1%. We maintain a strong cash position with cash and cash investment totaling 118.5 crores. In conclusion, despite the challenges in certain segments, we have demonstrated efficiency and achieved significant growth in key areas. Our focus remains on driving operational efficiency, expanding our market presence, and delivering sustainable value to our shareholders. With this, we can now open the floor for questions and answers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask questions may press star and one on their touchtone phone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use only handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. You may please press star and one to ask questions. The question is from the line of Harshil Solanki from Equitree Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi. Good evening. I had a few questions. Sir, if you can give your outlook on both the segments and the volumes and realization, how are you seeing things on the ground? Are you seeing any improvement in the volumes and realization?
Sir, to be honestly, in my view, definitely volumes and revenue both have started improving. If you see Q4 23-24, the volumes have also increased and the revenue has also increased. I personally see that the whole industry and the market now has started going towards the stabilization phase. If in my last con call you will see that I have always maintained one positive thought and one positive trust and faith into the whole industry that we are end of a dark tunnel. And we see, a good light of hope and, way in this whole dark tunnel. I personally believe that the situation has started improving. Now, if I talk about the dicers and intermediates, though we have started our Unit 5 also, we have done the entire capitalization of 175 crores. The revenue increase into the Pushkar on a standalone basis, specifically into the chemical segment, is mainly out of the Unit 5 production. We are able to sell a good amount of quantities. We have achieved almost, this desired level of productions. And Unit 5 has established completely. In terms of fertilizer also, if you see that the government has improved the subsidy levels also by around 1,200 and some odd rupees per ton, which was decreased in September. But now in April, the government has increased the subsidy also. And looking at the monsoon season of this year, in this particular season, we believe that the good news we are expecting, and we think after the stabilization of the government, after the election, the results, things will improve betterly, sir. Because the whole sentiment of the people will improve, the whole sentiment of the industry will improve.
Okay. Sir, in the chemicals segment, if you see quarter on quarter, there is a 20% volume drop. But we are expecting that things have bottomed out and expected to improve. So what led to this drop in this quarter? Can you explain?
Hold on, let me see the figures. If I talk about the chemicals,
10,000 metric tons to 11,026.
ये तो growth है, ये तो decrease, ये तो degrowth बोल रहे हैं.
Growth is
you are saying growth or degrowth?
Quarter on quarter basis, it's a degrowth of 28% from 15,800 to 11,300.
Right now, the figures of last year Q4 in front of me. In the last year Q4, we sold around 10,453 tons of chemicals. And this quarter 4 FY24, the volume went up to 11,381 metric tons. And if you are talking about quarter on quarter, do you have quarter on quarter documents right now? This is also growth because see on quarter 4 also, if I say about the intermediates, we sold 2,067 tons. This is Q4 FY23, and Q4 FY24 we sold 2,909 tons. So it is a growth. I fail to understand which figures you are looking at, which shows the degrowth.
Quarter on quarter, but no issues. We can discuss this separately.
You are comparing the 23-24 on this quarter on quarter basis?
Yeah, Q3 FY24 versus Q4 FY24.
Q3 के data अपने सामने है क्या भी? So right now we are not having the Q3 data in front of us.
Yeah, no issues.
एक सेकंड सुनो. तो ग्रोथ है, ये degrowth कहाँ है?
15,000.
Then it is a growth. How come he is saying it is a degrowth? Mr. Solanki, let me go through the data and then come back to you. You will hear about this, this information through our office and through our, this IR also.
Sure. So next question is on the chemical side. Last time you said that you have some visibility on the order book. So now is there any further improvement on the order? You have some visibility on the order book from the earlier levels. Now, is there any improvement on this side? And are you seeing any restocking happening on the chemical side?
Basically, whatever I had said, my trust level has proved in Q4 levels. And in coming quarters of this financial year, I also have the same kind of a feeling that the things will improve much better on what it could not do in the last quarters. So things have started improving, sir. That is what, it is visible in the results also.
Got it, sir. Sir, on the fertilizer side, how are the things happening on the ground? Is there any increase in exports, or is there any? If you ask me, as far as the fertilizer segment is concerned, the fertilizer segment has been completely flat in 23-24 with comparison to 22-23. If you look at in deep, right, you will see that the Kisan Phosphates, our unit at Hisar, right, that unit at Hisar, the volumes and the revenue have been decreased by almost 30%. In spite of decrease into the revenue of 30% also, there is a growth in overall business, and I believe that in this particular financial year, even the fertilizer segment is also going to support us. Got it.
And one more reply to your query, that what you are saying is that it's a degrowth. That is mainly due to the acid business, because acid, whatever we produce, since we started the new unit of 5 also, wherein we produce dyes intermediates, so most of the acid has consumed in unit 5 also. So there is a less amount, this quantities of acid available for sale, because we have started another plant at unit 5, because of this the volumes have gone up. So, we are having an internal consumption of our acid, and whatever is left for selling is only goes for the marketing and sale. Therefore, you see it's a degrowth due to the acid business.
Got it, sir. The last question on the working capital side. Sir, our working capital cycle is, the absolute amount has increased by 40 crores, and we have taken a short-term borrowing also of 40 crores. So is that...
At a overall consolidated basis, I would just like to draw your attention on 3 major points. A, creditors of the company has gone down by almost 25 crores.
Yeah.
Because of MSME regulation, this government came out recently.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Creditors of the company has gone by 25 crores, close to 25 crores. Company has increased its investment by 18 crores. Company has put almost 50 crore rupees on the CWIP. Debtors of the company has gone up because of the increase into the business. So the main question, Mr. Solanki, and the main concern should be that money is flowing into the systems. The reason for increase into the bank borrowing is, because of all these issues, mainly that the investment has gone up, creditors has gone down substantially, and we have invested CWIP of almost 50 crores.
Got it. Sir, but sir, we have 117 crores of deposits, so why not use that, and rather we have taken a debt of 40 crores.
वो 107 crores आपको जो debt दिख रहा है, out of that debt of 107 crores, almost 85 crores is in a form of non-funded limits. You got my point, Mr. Solanki?
Sir, I'm saying 117 crores of deposits we have, and we have taken a debt, short-term borrowing.
Debt of what? I'm asking you, debt of what? Which debt we have taken?
Short-term borrowing.
What kind of short-term borrowings? Funded or non-funded? That's what I'm saying, that out of 107 crores, almost 80-85 crores is a non-funded limits we have utilized in form of LCs and bank guarantees. How can I replace the LC and bank guarantee with my investments?
Okay.
Solanki ji.
Understood. Got it.
Sir, 107 crore की जो आप बैंक borrowing बता रहे हो, your question is that why you are having a bank borrowing of 107 crores when you are having an investment of 117 crores? This was your question.
Correct.
Sir, out of 107 crores, 85 crores is a form of a non-funded utilization, in which the bank guarantee also falls in which the LCs also falls in. LCs and bank guarantees cannot be replaced with the cash.
Understood.
Am I clear, Mr. Solanki?
Yeah. This information was not available.
सर ऐसा है, वो जब कॉलम में आता है तो वो एक साथ ही आता है बैंक। अपन इसको ब्रेकअप किया था ना कल। ओके, so I think now it is clear to you.
Yes, sir, it's clear. Yeah.
107 crores is not the amount on which company is paying interest. Please understand. CC drawl, cash credit drawl is not 107 crores. I again repeat, out of 107 crores, 85 crores almost is in a form of non-funded utilization, but when it comes in a presentation, it comes as a consolidated figure of funded and non-funded both. If you go through the schedules of the balance sheet, you will get to know out of that. Okay, sir?
Sure. Yeah, sir. Okay. That was it, sir. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vaibhav Bajjatya from Honesty and Integrity Investment. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for providing the opportunity. So, sir, first of all, I have long list of questions which is obviously not suitable on this call, and I will ask just the important ones. But I would request if it's possible to give a separate time to discuss all the questions, because I tried approaching you directly on your email and also Churchgate Partners, but maybe something was wrong and I never received any reply. So
I think you can talk to Mr. Rajiv, who handles our company in IR portfolio, and he will coordinate with you with the management and get you a suitable appointment for suitable replies to all of your questions.
So sir, I tried approaching Mr. Rajiv, but unfortunately mobile number and nothing is mentioned, and I tried calling on the landline, but received no reply. So it's great if Mr. Rajiv can give me his mobile number or something, or call me so that I can coordinate based on suitable time.
That's not a problem, sir. Mr. Nitish will share you his contact details. Our compliance officer, you can talk to Mr. Nitish in our company. He will share all the details of Mr. Rajiv.
Okay, not a problem. So I will just ask 2 or 3 important ones here. So as far as if I see your focus on backward integration and everything, in a lot of places you have done backward integration, but specifically in Megnagar, you have not done backward integration into sulfuric acid. So I just want to know, is there a specific reason for that?
It is not required in Megnagar, because honestly speaking, Megnagar is very closely situated in Gujarat.
Mm-hmm.
And now we knew that Adani is coming out with a copper smelter, and this sulfuric will be a byproduct.
Okay.
तो जब कोई चीज वो बहुत सस्ती वहाँ मिलने वाली है बाय प्रोडक्ट के रूप में, और रेगुलर सप्लाईज constant supply rather from Birla Copper is also copper smelter. Adani is also coming out in June or July with a copper smelter. We knew this market intelligence for a long time. Mm-hmm. So we thought that since there is a plenty of material available, there will be no transport cost also, and when few smelters are there, why to put up a merchant plant?
Got it.
As a decision, we decided not to go into the backward integration at Megnagar, as you know, this Madhya Bharat, because their acid is plentifully available. And if you talk about our Haryana unit,
mm-hmm.
there is a distance of almost 1,500 kilometers.
Correct.
Taking the material to 1,500 kilometers and paying such a huge amount of transport doesn't make any sense.
Got it. Now,
putting up a backward integrated sulfuric plant in Megnagar is not a viable decision.
Okay. And sir, on fertilizer business again, so GEO has issued this guideline of maximum reasonable profit margins. So just want to understand how this will impact our business and whether which plants of ours will be classified as integrated and which will be non-integrated.
Government of India has already given you a decent reasonable of profit margins for fertilizer business. That is, I think, 12% or 10%, something like that on a PAT level. And I think that that's a decent profit or margin. Let us not expect that on a long-term stability basis, you will make more than 10% PAT margins, being that these products are mainly for the farmers and these things. So it has to be reasonable for both sides.
But sir, so will we be classified as integrated because while a lot of places we have sulfuric acid?
Unit to unit. Like Megnagar will not be classified as integrated, but other sites will be classified as integrated.
Okay, got it. Understand. And on the NPK side, sir, I mean, for the new capacity that we are planning to put on NPK side, are we going to manufacture phosphoric acid in-house or we don't have, as of now, phosphoric acid, we don't have plan to manufacture phosphoric acid?
I would not like to discuss on our business strategies and business plannings and our product selection on this platform.
Okay.
If you want to understand, you can take a prior appointment and meet us. Because see, we never discuss our products, our business plans, on this platform, and we fear that that the strategy should not be known to outside, our market competitors. Honestly speaking, please don't mind it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I could not answer this question to you, but you can take in a separate meeting with us and ask further questions on this.
Yeah, no problem. I completely understand. I mean, some of the sensitive things should not go against our competitors. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand. And sir, coming on to the dyes business, so you have mentioned many times earlier that probably China is no more a competitor and there's no export that is going from China to India. But in terms of a global market and thereby impact on pricing, will you still consider China as a force which can impact global pricing and thereby pricing in India?
देखिए सर, pricing तो globally impact होती है. I would not say that that the China will not impact the prices completely basis, but it depends the level of impact. It depends the level of impact, the level of volumes, what comes in from China and what comes in from India. It depends on the level of volumes also. The whole, the thought of giving this statement is that slowly and gradually China is losing its color. China is coming out of this business. Market share, the global market share of China is going down every, year by year. So what 5 years before we used to feel a pressure from China, now I believe that the China feels a pressure, from India on them. And in future also, I believe that the situation and position of the India will keep on improving as far as the dye intermediates and dye stuff sectors are concerned. And for your knowledge, let me tell you, as of now, to the globe, India is one of the major suppliers to the globe. And because the reason mainly is that China has got their in-house consumption very large, wherein in comparison with India, Indian consumption of the dye stuff is hardly 12 to 15% of what they produce, but China consumption is almost 80-85% of the dye stuff production what they produce in China. So in long-term basis, if you see that this China position is going to be a bit slow, and India will be consolidating its situation on the global market.
Got it. Yeah, understand. And sir, lastly, in terms of, again, this point has come in earlier con calls at a different points of time, that how we manage our waste and how we consume waste in-house to make newer products. But in terms of, if I look at Kiri and Bodal, they also use their spent acid in-house. That's what they claim in their presentation. So I just want to understand how in this waste management thing, how we are different, because it seems like others are also using it in-house.
Ji, I would not like to comment on any other company that what they are doing, first of all. It is between you and them to figure out. As far as our business decision is concerned, I would still again request you that this is our something business strategy what we follow to give more focused detail on on your question is not correct on this platform, sir. आप एक दिन कभी भी आ जाइए मेरे पास में, right? I will give you an appointment and we'll answer all your queries. आप इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे मेरे से बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी या बिजनेस डिसीजन के बारे में सर डिस्कस ना करें तो बेहतर है.
Okay, sir. No problem. So I think probably we'll connect it separately. Not a problem. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Nitish in our company, right? Mr. Nitish will share you Rajiv's number and you please fix this appointment.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from the line of Sanjeev Damani from SKD Consultancy. Please go ahead.
नमस्कार सर, एम आई ऑडिबल?
हाँ बोलिए दमानी जी, नमस्कार.
नमस्कार सर, बहुत बहुत बधाई, बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस है अपना इन लाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट दैट वेरी डिफिकल्ट टाइम्स आर गोइंग ऑन. तो मेरा पहला प्रश्न तो यही है कि सर एक्सपोर्ट फ्रंट पर क्या परफॉर्मेंस चल रहा है अपनी कंपनी का? कैन आई नो डिड वी डिड एनी एक्सपोर्ट इन द लास्ट ईयर एंड इफ यस हाउ मच?
एक्सपोर्ट हम लोगों का 2024 में 77 करोड़ रुपया रहा है.
And all dyes, intermediates or final product has gone to export.
और इसके अंदर ज्यादातर तो पूरा डाइस कप ही है सर.
डाइस कप ही है. ओके सर.
कप भी है और इसमें से तकरीबन 8% तो फर्टिलाइजर भी है सर. वाटर सॉइल मतलब ये एसओपी है और मेजोरिटी डाइस कप्स है.
तो सर फर्टिलाइजर मतलब अपना सिंगल सुपर फॉस्फेट भी है?
नहीं सर, वी प्रोड्यूस अनदर प्रोडक्ट कॉल्ड एसओपी, सल्फेट ऑफ पोटाश.
अच्छा, सल्फेट ऑफ पोटाश. उसके लिए पोटेंशियल है सर बाजार इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में?
सर अभी क्या है कि इजिप्ट के अंदर एक बहुत बड़ा प्लांट हुआ करता था जो एसओपी बनाया करता था. जस्ट टू गिव यू एन आइडिया, उसके पास में 104 या 108 फर्नेस थी.
ओके.
हमारे पास से 2 ही फर्नेस है भाई.
ओके.
और वो 104-108 फर्नेस उसकी बंद हो गई.
ओके.
वो इस कारण से अभी ये साल एक्सपोर्ट में एसओपी भी काफी अच्छा है.
ओके. और इस साल अभी कंटिन्यूइंग है सर? इट इज स्टिल गोइंग ऑन?
सर बंद होना के बाद चालू होना इतना आसान काम नहीं होता, दवानी जी, समय लगता है और उम्मीद तो करेंगे सर, बाकी तो क्या बोल सकते हैं.
Second question is regarding the expansion that we are doing in our chemical operations, where management has used the word that chemical other than acid chemicals. So can I know these products which you are going to?
मैं डिस्कस नहीं करूँगा.
Okay, no problem. Got it sir. No more questions about it.
यार हम लोगों ने जब यूनिट 5 चालू करी तभी भी हम कोई प्रोडक्ट की बात नहीं करते. हम आज भी कोई प्रोडक्ट की बात नहीं करेंगे.
Okay, no problem sir. Acceptable to me. No problem. Then sir, one more question is regarding one fact that on page number 14, in the dyestuff vertical we have put product as sulfuric acid. So I mean, is it correct to put sulfuric acid in dyestuff product in the presentation?
dyestuff में sulfuric को dyestuff कॉलम में डाल दिया क्या?
वर्टिकल जो है
देखना जरा.
पेज नंबर 14
पेज नंबर दिखाओ मेरे को. किसमें डाला? डाइस्टफ में कहाँ डाला है? हाँ डाला ना डाइस्टफ में. सर ये थोड़ी सी हमारी गलती हो गई है. ये बेसिकली एसिड कॉम्प्लेक्स.
ठीक है. नहीं मैं अपनी अंडरस्टैंडिंग
तो उल्टा पुल्टा हो गया है. एसिड कॉम्प्लेक्स में डाइस्टफ आ गया और डाइस्टफ कॉम्प्लेक्स में एसिड आ गया.
हाँ, इसीलिए मैं वहाँ भी देख रहा था कि कुछ एक
नहीं वो थोड़ा सा उल्टा लिख गया है, वो मिस्टेक है हमारी.
और जो अपना एसिड फैसिलिटी है वो तो लार्जली सर सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड और हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड ही रहेगा या और?
सर सल्फ्यूरिक है, ओलियम 23 है, ओलियम 65 है, क्लोरोसल्फोनिक एसिड है, थाइमिन क्लोराइड है, SO3 है.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। और स्पेशलिटी डाइस तो उस तरफ ही जाएंगे ना, डाइस स्टफ वाले में?
वो जो कॉलम है वो उल्टा पुल्टा
वो उल्टा सीधा। नो प्रॉब्लम सर, मैं समझ गया। नाउ कमिंग टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन about our expansion at fertilizer unit, that is Madhya Bharat Fertilizer. In that section, it is written as open access scheme. Our expansion of 18.5 crore. So this 18.5 crore expansion is for fertilizer only mainly, or some
ये mainly मध्य भारत में है।
मध्य भारत में सोलर का कोई है या? क्योंकि ओपन
नहीं, सोलर कुछ नहीं है मध्य भारत में। इट इज ओनली वी आर एक्सपेंडिंग अवर दीवानगंज साइड।
दीवानगंज साइड। बट सर वहाँ पे एक और वर्ड है, जैसे क्या सोलर में भी ओपन एक्सेस वर्ड दिया है, पेज नंबर 18, और इसमें नीचे भी ओपन एक्सेस वर्ड दिया हुआ है सर। तो आई मीन
भारत में कहाँ से आएगा यार?
क्लरिकल।
होल्ड ऑन, लेट मी सी।
पेज नंबर 18,
नंबर 18 ओपन एक्सेस मध्य भारत में कहाँ से आएगा? अहमदनगर लिखा है सर, वो मध्य भारत नहीं लिखा है।
अच्छा अच्छा, सोलर नहीं। अच्छा अच्छा, ओ तो सॉरी, माय मिस्टेक सर, माय मिस्टेक। वो लाइन मैंने भी इधर
नगर को मेघनगर में पढ़ लिया होगा।
हाँ, बस ऐसे किया। तो सर वो ये ओपन एक्सेस वर्ड जो है वो सोलर के रिलेशन में यूज होता है, ऐसा मुझे समझ में आया।
बट दैट इज कमिंग इन अहमदनगर फॉर अवर पुष्कर कंपनी।
हाँ, तो अपना वहाँ भी मतलब अहमदनगर में भी वी हैव ऑलरेडी डाइस स्टफ यूनिट।
नहीं सर, आप कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो दमानी जी, कंफ्यूज ना हो, हमको भी कंफ्यूज मत करो। अहमदनगर जो है वो नासिक के पास है। आप बॉम्बे के हो तो आपको पता होगा, वहाँ पर हमारा सोलार है। एग्जिस्टिंग सोलार 5.2 का है, नया सोलार 3.8 का आ रहा है। टोटल मिला के 9 मेगावाट का सोलार हो जाएगा। वो पूरा 9 मेगावाट का जो सोलार है वो ओपन एक्सेस में रहेगा फॉर अवर यूनिट इन महाराष्ट्र ऑफ श्री पुष्कर।
वेरी नाइस सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच, आई एम सेटिस्फाइड सर। बट हाँ, एनिमल फीड का सर अपना ओवरऑल सेल्स भी कम हुआ है और रियलाइजेशन भी कम हुआ है, तो इस साल वहाँ पर
अभी एक एक प्रोडक्ट का तो क्या मैं आपको जवाब दूँ, आप इसको ओवरऑल क्यों नहीं देखते हो?
अच्छा, ओके ओके। ये मेरे को लगता है सर कि एनिमल फीड यदि प्रॉस्पेक्ट बढ़ेंगे तो वो अच्छा प्रॉफिटेबल बिजनेस होना चाहिए सर, ऐसा एक मेरा अंदाज है।
होल्ड ऑन, लेट मी सी सर। Q4 ये क्या क्वांटिटी है ना? हाँ तो बड़ा है ना एनिमल फीड।
पूरे का देख रहा था मैं सर, 23 to 24 का देख रहा था, तो ओवरऑल टनेज सेल्स का गिरा है और अपना रियलाइजेशन जो है वो 21% से गिरा है रेवेन्यू में।
नहीं सर, मेरे सामने जो डेटाज हैं FY22-23 में वी हैव सोल्ड एनिमल फीड 2477 टन एट 11.81 करोड़ and FY23-24 में we have sold 3176 metric tons of animal feed at a value of 12.63 करोड़।
सर अपने प्रेजेंटेशन में जो
I'm sorry to
okay, I have taken enough time. Thank you very much
so much, sir. We'll take the next question from the line of Aditya Sen from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. So our understanding is that rock phosphate के prices fall हुए हैं in the recent past 3-4 months.
Please come again with your question, Mr. Aditya.
Sorry?
Sir, can you please come again with your question?
Yeah, I'm audible, right?
Yeah. Please.
So I was saying that our understanding is that the rock phosphate prices have fallen in the recent 4-5 months. So is it fair to say that this will help our margins move upwards towards the 13, 14, 15% range?
Sir, from what level to what level they have fallen?
I'll just check. Give me one second.
We can take next question by the time Mr. Aditya comes back with his submission. Hello?
Yeah, sure. You can take the next question meanwhile.
Okay.
Or maybe if you wait a second, I'm almost there.
No issue, sir. Your choice, your comfort.
Okay, so the prices have fallen from around $305 per ton to, as of now, it is $200 per ton.
सर $305 में अगर रॉक खरीदेंगे तो एसएसपी क्या भाव में बेचेंगे? पॉसिबल ही नहीं है सर. 305 का भाव पहले भी कभी नहीं था और 200 का भाव आज भी नहीं है.
So, what is the fall in the raw phosphate prices that we are experiencing, if at all we are experiencing any fall?
आपका इनपुट डेटा गलत है मिस्टर आदित्य. Rock was never at $305 and rock is never at $200 and something what you said. It has been always in the range of $140 to $148. And right now also it is almost in range of $142. It was never at the level of 300 or 200.
All right, no worries with that. So, with all the coming capex that we have, how much revenue and EBITDA do we expect for the year FY26 and FY27?
सर FY26 को भी 3 साल बाद का आप मेरे से पूछ रहे हो सर, मैं आपको क्या जवाब दूं?
FY26 कमिंग ईयर है सर, एक साल बाद.
25 है सर FY कमिंग. ये अभी जो रनिंग है 25 चल रहा है, 26 क्योंकि अगला साल है. और मैं ये समझता हूँ कि 25-26 के अंदर वी शुड बी क्लोजली इन अ ब्रैकेट ऑफ more than 1100 crores also. This is my rough estimate.
An estimated margin of?
Sir, please don't ask me any such kind of a question which I myself, difficult to say. But, I can tell you what I expect is that at least it should be in a range of, maybe 10% or so around. If everything goes well. Because see, we are doing a business which is affected by many kind of a geopolitical situations. This is very, wherein we can't control each and everything, but we can cautiously handle the things. The way the way industry has been going on for the last 2 years or so, it has been going unexpectedly, lot of hurdles and things, and now we see that the things are improving, which is quite visible from the Q4 FY24 also. I further see that things will keep on improving. So accordingly, I gave you my judgment that this should be the next year somewhere in the range of around 10%.
All right. And with the capex in the Unit 4 and Unit 6 in the fertilizer space, how much capacity expansion in terms of metric tons are we expecting?
In Unit 6, we are building up a facility of 150,000 tons.
And Unit 4?
Unit 4 is, that's a specialty product. That is why we call it as a WS, water soluble fertilizers. The installed capacity would be around 12,000 tons.
12,000 tons.
Yeah.
All right, got it. All right, sir, that was my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the management will be able to address questions from all the participants in the conference, kindly limit your questions to 2 per participant. Should you have a follow-up question, please rejoin the queue. Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nitya from Kamaya Kya Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thanks for the opportunity and congratulations on delivering a good set of numbers in a tough environment. I first wanted to ask, on the solar front, where you've done a capex, what's been the total capex on the solar front?
तो नया कर रहे हो वो?
जी टोटल कितना है उसका कॉस्ट सोलर पे?
We have already done close to 23 crores and further we are doing almost close to 22 crores or so.
तो सर इसका टोटल कॉस्ट सेविंग बेनिफिट आप कितना एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं फॉर FY25 आउट ऑफ दिस सोलर?
सर अब इसमें से तो आप GST निकाल दो, हैं? Without GST investment is almost 37 crore रुपया. And as far as my understanding is concerned, the repay back would be in 3.5 years or so, leaving apart the depreciation benefits and the taxation benefits. We have not taken any kind of a debt or loan on the solar expansion.
Okay, right. And so for FY25, you did 726 crores of sales in FY24. With the capex coming on stream, what kind of top line are you looking at in FY25?
What kind of?
Top line in 25. Sales.
My opinion, we should be close to 875 to 925.
Okay. So around about 830 to 900 crores is a fair assumption.
Hopefully. Almost 15-20% growth I expect.
Right. And on the fertilizer front, now like India is expecting a pretty decent monsoon. Are you expecting a strong offtake in the fertilizer segment, even realization, right?
I am expecting a decent offtake, not a very strong offtake, honestly speaking. In all put together, consolidated figure, I have given you my idea of approximately 875 to 900.
Right, sir. Okay, that's it. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahil Shah from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi sir. Good evening. So you
Hi.
just mentioned this revenue growth 20-25% FY25 के लिए. So similar we can expect in FY26 as well. I think you mentioned 1100 crores. So आपका target है वो. So margins आपने कहा 10% तो वही मतलब 2 साल में इंच हो जाएगी ना तब तक.
सर होना चाहिए. मेरा कोई I am not a god, but what I can see the industry, what I can predict is that what I can read the market intelligence. This is my expectation.
Okay, so near term में क्या expectations है margins क्या वो उसकी तो visibility होगी तो वो.
Sir, if I talk about 24-25 current year, whatever the performance we gave in 23-24, at least I expect at least 20% growth in terms of the top line as well as in the bottom line.
Top line, bottom line. Okay, sir. Okay, I'll take your word on that. Thank you and all the best.
Yes.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahil Dasani from MAPL. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. Am I audible?
Hi, Rahil.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, thank you for the opportunity. So overall, if I look from 2018 to 23, there is zero growth in dyes. It's still at the same 300 CR which was in 2018. While there was good volume growth, which would mean a drop in realization. But again, in FY24, it has, after a long time, scaled up to 400 CR. So first of all, what went wrong from 18 to 23? Second, what were the realizations then and now for both dyestuffs and dye intermediates individually? And lastly, even this growth in FY24 has come from dye intermediates. So why isn't the utilization in dyestuffs scaling up? And why isn't this segment growing? And lastly, what brought the change in dye intermediates suddenly after a long time? That's my first question.
भाई साहब आपने 5-6 सवाल ऐसे एक-एक करके पूछे. मैं तो आपका पहला सवाल ही भूल गया.
So sir, the first question is 2018 से 23 में the growth was zero in dyes 300 करोड़ पे ही था इन 5 सालों में. अभी तो जबकि वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ हुई थी इन सालों में, बट रियलाइजेशंस इसका मतलब
18 के डेटा डॉक्यूमेंट मेरे पास अभी नहीं है इस कॉन कॉल के ऊपर, राइट. सो आई कैन नॉट रिप्लाई द डिटेल्स अबाउट 2018, 19, 20, 21. ठीक है, आप आपका क्वेश्चन एक पूरा फ्रेम करके आईआर को भेज दीजिए. Our team will get back to you because see, you very well know and everybody knows कि 2020-21 कैसा गया है for the whole industry, and now you are asking me to comment on the performance of the last 5 years, which I am not carrying anything as of now with me, Mr. Rahil. So I would suggest and request you that you please send your question to Churchgate Partners. He will get back to you.
Okay, sir, no problem. So the second question is on dye intermediates. In FY24, we have seen a growth after a long time. So first of all, what led to this growth? And second of all, our dyestuff segment isn't growing. So वो क्यों हो रहा है?
सर ऐसा है कि अगर आप 24 की भी ग्रोथ 23 से कंपेयर करोगे, राइट, इन दिस सेगमेंट ऑल्सो वी हैव ग्रोन अवर बिजनेस. क्या था दीपक जरा लास्ट में बताना सेल्स में
dyes intermediates from 5,000 to 10,000.
Okay, intermediate business has gone double. Okay, and this business has gone almost 10% or maybe 7-8%, 5-7%. सर बिजनेस तो इंक्रीज हुआ ही है ना. डाइस्टफ में थोड़ा सा बाकी अदरवाइज इंटरमीडिएट बिजनेस हैज गॉन हाई.
सर वॉल्यूम्स हैव ग्रोन बट रियलाइजेशन ग्रो नहीं हुई है.
अब सर वो तो मैं क्या बोल सकता हूँ, उसका तो मैं क्या आपको स्पेसिफिक जवाब दूँ कि कंसिडरेशन ग्रोथ क्यों नहीं हुई है? बिकॉज सी यू नीड टू सी द EBITDA लेवल्स, you need to see the profitability levels in comparison with 23-24. The prices were almost completely to its bottom and dip in 23 and 24. Now it has started improving on a stabilization phase. And whenever the situation gets improved, the first improvement in what I believe is in terms of the volume, then it comes on the pricing, then it comes on the profitability. You got my point? So at least the things have started moving, which were not moving before. There is a volume generation, which is, now if you talk about that the why value, this value degrowth was a very simple चीज है. Caustic flex उस जमाने में 70 रुपया था. आज caustic flex 30 रुपया है. तो ultimately value को फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा राइल जी.
Understood.
फिर पीछे सर.
ठीक है.
I hope you understood my submission.
Okay.
सर अगर कोई भी रॉ मटेरियल 70 रुपए से 30 रुपए पे आ जाएगा तो क्या वैल्यू में फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा क्या?
जरूर पड़ेगा.
आपको मैंने खाली एग्जांपल दिया. सल्फर $155 से $88 पे आ जाएगा तो क्या वैल्यू में फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा क्या?
ठीक है, गॉट इट. सर द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज, आपने लास्ट 2-3 कॉल में आपने गाइड किया था फॉर 14 to 16% EBITDA levels and a range of around 10% PAT level for FY25, and you said you have a clear vision to see it. So how will we do that? If you can please break down the margins कि कहाँ से वो margin increase आएगा?
I believe in the same belief what I said before. And today also and in future also, it is only a time, when we see that visibility. I personally see that visibility is not too far away. Things have started improving.
But sir, in terms of numbers, if you can break down कि कहाँ से वो margin increase आएगा?
तो डिटेल पूरी IR को दे दीजिएगा. We will come back to you with the detailed numbers of the detailed calculation, or you can come down to our office and understand the detailed calculation. We cannot talk about such a large business plan on this call.
Okay. Yeah, got it. So the second question is around the fertilizer segment, especially the SSP. It may help the top line growth, yes, but यहाँ पे margin and profitability is very extremely volatile because of the subsidies from government. So why do we want to scale up this segment?
मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है आपका सवाल.
तो सर हमारा स्केल अप फर्टिलाइजर सेगमेंट में काफी क्विक एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग हुआ है इन द एसएसपी सेगमेंट. तो यहाँ पे टॉप लाइन में ग्रोथ आ रही है, यस, बट मार्जिन एंड प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी यहाँ पे काफी वॉलेटाइल है बिकॉज ऑफ द सब्सिडीज. तो व्हाई डू वी वांट टू स्केल अप इन अ कमोडिटाइज्ड सेगमेंट?
भैया लास्ट ईयर तो एसएसपी की टॉप लाइन में भी ग्रोथ नहीं है. किसान के अंदर 132 करोड़ से घट के 96 करोड़ रुपया किया है. कहाँ टॉप लाइन ग्रोथ है?
सर मैं आपसे पहले की बात कर रहा हूँ. 2018 से 23 तक हमने बहुत ग्रोथ देखी है फर्टिलाइजर सेगमेंट में. जो भी हमारी ग्रोथ ओवर द लास्ट साल हुई है वो फर्टिलाइजर सेगमेंट से ही है बिकॉज द डाई सेगमेंट वाज एट अ फिक्स्ड टॉप लाइन ऑफ 300 CR.
भैया आप 2018 के डेटा आज मेरे से पूछोगे.
I am not asking for 2018 data. I am asking why do we want to scale up in a commoditized segment जहाँ पे margin में कोई control नहीं है? That is the question.
About this, this year big list of questions and long period of data, he will respond you on the subject. Okay?
Mr. Dasani, I would request you to kindly rejoin the queue for follow-up questions. The next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor Company. Please go ahead.
Yeah. नमस्कार पुनीत जी, and I was late in the call, तो कोई repeated question हो सकता है, उसके लिए क्षमा
प्लीज सर.
सर फर्स्टली फॉर द कैपिटल वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस जो हमारा क्लोजिंग बैलेंस है 42 करोड़ का, ये अभी किस सेगमेंट में पेंडिंग है और कब तक ये कैपिटलाइज होगा?
सर ऐसा है, हम लोग जो एक्सपेंशन ले रखे हैं वो केमिकल सेक्टर में भी है, फर्टिलाइजर सेक्टर में भी है और रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में भी है सर.
ओके. और ये सभी
ये तीनों चीजों का मिला के अंदाजे से 42 करोड़ रुपए का है, जिसमें से कि 16 करोड़ कुछ लाख रुपए तो सर सोलार में है, राइट. और तकरीबन सर आप समझ लो 33 करोड़ 46 लाख रुपए के आसपास केमिकल और फर्टिलाइजर में. टोटल 50 करोड़ का अगर आप टोटल देखोगे तो 16 करोड़ 12 लाख रुपया सोलार में है, 33 करोड़ 46 लाख रुपया केमिकल और फर्टिलाइजर में है, और जो 33 करोड़ 46 लाख रुपया है उसमें से तकरीबन 7 करोड़ रुपया मध्य भारत में है।
अच्छा, और सर ये सब कब तक कैपिटलाइज होकर कमर्शलाइज करेंगे हम?
फेज वाइज चल रहा है, जैसे कि WS का प्लांट हम बहुत जल्दी चालू कर रहे हैं, मतलब उसके ट्रायल्स हम लोग चालू कर दिए हैं, कमर्शियल्स के ऊपर अब तक नहीं आए हैं। सोलार जैसे मैं समझता हूँ कि मई एंड का बात है, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं जून में तो चालू हो ही जाएगा सोलार, लेकिन जून आते ही बारिश चालू हो जाएगी तो सोलार की प्रोडक्टिविटी कितनी आएगी वो अपने आप में एक सवाल है। उसके बाद में जो हमारा केमिकल में एक एक्सपेंशन है यूनिट 5 के अंदर, वो शायद इस दिवाली के आसपास हम चालू कर देंगे, और जो बड़ा फर्टिलाइजर का एक्सपेंशन है उसको सर तकरीबन 12, 13, 14 महीने लगेंगे। तो ये फेज आउट में अलग अलग चीजें हैं।
जी सर, और आपने सर अभी इस बात पर प्रकाश डाला है कि हम 20% से अपनी टॉप लाइन एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं इस वित्तीय वर्ष के लिए। मतलब 700, अगर मदर इनकम को एक्सक्लूड करें तो 726 के बेस पे हम 20% ग्रो कर सकते हैं और अपनी बॉटम लाइन को भी उसी ट्रेजेक्ट्री में रख सकते हैं। ये अनुमान आपने दिया है सर करंट ईयर से?
ये उम्मीद मेरा है, इस तरफ मेरा प्रयास है सर।
प्रयास रहेगा सर। सर अगर हम अपने अदर एक्सपेंसेस लाइन आइटम पर प्रकाश देखें तो उसमें दिखता है कि सर पिछले वित्तीय वर्ष में ये चौथी तिमाही में ये 42.5 करोड़ था, विच हैज गॉन डाउन टू 32 करोड़। तो ये क्या कारण है सर ये रिडक्शन का, और ये कितना सस्टेनेबल है सर? इसका ब्रेकअप अगर मिले
सर। क्या वापस आप जरा बोलिए लास्ट में, क्या वो डाउनफॉल क्या किधर है, जरा वापस बोलिए।
जी सर, मार्च 23 में हमारा अदर एक्सपेंसेस था 42.57 करोड़, which has come down to 31.80 for March 24. So what has led to this reduction and what is the sustainable?
डिवीजन से हुआ है। आप देखेंगे कि किसान में लास्ट ईयर 132 करोड़ का बिजनेस किया था और इस साल किसान ने 97 करोड़ का बिजनेस किया है, तो उसमें काफ़ी डिप आया है। फिर सर दूसरा रीजन ये है कि लाइक सोलार का भी इम्पेक्ट इसमें आया है कि लाइक 2023 में सोलार हमारे पास नहीं था, 23-24 में सोलार का भी इम्पेक्ट इसमें आया है, लेकिन मेनली ये फर्टिलाइजर रीजन की वजह से ही है। अगर आप स्टैंड अलोन देखेंगे ना तो स्टैंड अलोन में आपको वही चीज़ दिखेगा।
सर ऐसा है, एक 2.6 मेगावाट का पावर प्लांट हमको 3 लाख यूनिट देता है सर। आपने मोटा मोटी गणित समझा दो सर।
जी सर बताइए।
तो टोटल 2.6 के 2 प्लांट है हमारे पास में, 3 लाख 3 लाख 6 लाख 6 लाख इंटू 12 7 करोड़ 72 लाख यूनिट हो गई सर। तो सर तकरीबन 5 से 6 करोड़ रुपए का तो इम्पैक्ट बिजली का है। प्लस जो जैसा दीपक जी ने आपको बताया कि भाई किसान के अंदर डिस्पैचेस कम हुए हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली जो इसकी सेलिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ट्रांसपोर्ट ये जो कॉस्ट होगी ये अल्टीमेटली फॉल आएगी ना सर।
जी जी ओके, तो मैंने जैसे ये सेगमेंट जैसे इम्प्रूव करेगा वापस ये कमेंसरेट हो जाएगा, बट मार्जिन इसमें से इसका मतलब लोअर रहेगा।
वॉल्यूम ऑफ द बिजनेस,
इट इज कमेंसरेट विद द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द बिजनेस। राइट सर। एक प्रश्न जी सर, आई थिंक सो।
आज अगर किसी घर में एक सदस्य रहेगा, एक ही कमरे में रहेगा, तो उतना उस घर का खर्चा उतना कम होगा। उसी घर में अगर 4 सदस्य रहेंगे, 4 कमरे में रहेंगे, तो बिजली खर्चा पानी इतना बढ़ जाएगा। सिंपल चीज है।
जी सर, ठीक बात सर। और आपने लास्ट क्वार्टर या सेकेंड क्वार्टर में सर ये हमें गाइडेंस भी दिया था और ऐसा हमने देखा भी नंबर्स में कि वर्ष बिहाइंड था हमारे की प्रोडक्ट सेगमेंट में। तो सर अभी का जो रुझान रहा है पोस्ट मार्च, आप हमारे सभी सेगमेंट में ऑफटेक और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी का ट्रेंड कैसा देख रहे हैं?
सर मुझे काफ़ी एक अंदर से स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग है दैट नाउ द वर्क हैज गॉन बैक टू अस एंड वी लुक फॉरवर्ड फॉर ए बेटर पीरियड, बेटर टाइम, and I also believe that post June, once the government stabilizes, the perception of the people, the thought process of the general people, including overseas as well as in India, definitely going to improve. And I personally see that there is a quite good growth going to come in future quarters.
Okay, मतलब सर अभी का जो रुझान है करेंट क्वार्टर में वो थोड़ा सबड्यूटेड है
सर। अभी थोड़ा सा मतलब ऑलमोस्ट समझ लीजिए कि कोई बहुत ज़्यादा उम्मीद मुझे नहीं लगती, बिकॉज वी आर ऑलमोस्ट इन द मिडल ऑफ दिस फर्स्ट क्वार्टर ऑफ 24-25, बट आई सी दैट आफ्टर दैट द थिंग्स विल मोर इम्प्रूव, बट आई डोंट थिंक दैट दिस क्वार्टर विल बी टू डिप्रेस्ड ऑल्सो। इट विल बी अ नॉर्मल क्वार्टर।
इट विल बी अ नॉर्मल क्वार्टर। तो मैंने मार्च के मुताबिक हम चल सकते हैं, क्योंकि आपका जो ग्रोथ आउटलुक है वो सेकेंड हाफ से ज़्यादा ट्रैक्शन गेन करेगा, आप ये कहना चाहिए।
सर, उम्मीद है सर, होपफुली।
ठीक है साहब, बहुत धन्यवाद सर आपसे सभी हमारे सभी प्रश्नों का उत्तर देने के लिए।
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amit Mahendale from Robo Capital.
Hello, thanks for the opportunity. So we started tracking this company recently, so I have just couple of questions. I think when I see the capex, there is a 200 crore capex in the pipeline, and we started looking at the current capacity utilization, and our impression was that the current capacity utilization of both fertilizers as well as chemical was little lower. So can you comment on what was the utilization in March, and that is essentially in the backdrop of the capex, that how do we see current utilization versus the new capex?
Do we have the utilization in front of us? 60 to 65%. Sir, it's almost in the range of 65% of our existing capacity, and whatever the capacities we are building up in future, out of that, almost the 50-60% expansion is towards the backward integration.
Okay, got it.
What's my point?
Normally, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
Once we are doing for the backward integration, so obviously, if that expansion may not reflect in the top line, but definitely it will reflect in the bottom line. Just said, जैसे भी एक पहले एक सवाल था कि वो खर्चे कम क्यों हो गए, वो खर्चे कम नहीं हो, वो मतलब that because of the solar, the expenses have gone down. This one of the reason was that because of the solar, expenses have gone down. Definitely the business of Kisan had also gone down, and whatever the new capexes we are doing, almost close to 50% out of that is also in a backward integration. Like 20 crores we are spending in the solar also. So solar can be profitability improve hogi. Plus we are doing one more product also in backward integration, which I will not discuss on about the product things. But जो further forward जो further sale के अंदर जो product जाएगा, that will be also these two plants, one at unit 5 and another is at unit 6. और आने वाले टाइम में तो मतलब जो चीजों में सुधार की उम्मीद है, तो let us have this better this outlook on the business in future.
Yes sir, thank you. So basically जब भी हमारा जो aspirational target है 1000 crores के आसपास, तभी क्या capacity utilization होगा जो existing facilities में? Ballpark number approximately
75% के आसपास utilization is considered in our industry to be a decent amount of utilization. It is difficult for generally we take in मतलब 75% utilization है तो वो अच्छा है और वो decent utilization है. 75% से ऊपर जाना थोड़ा सा कठिनाइयाँ रहती हैं. And for this 24-25, we are expecting that at least we will improve our productivity by 10% more. As of now, we are at 65%. We should come around 75%.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Harshil Solanki from Equity Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. I had a very basic question. Sir, what is the profitability in dyes and dye intermediaries? And is it beneficial for us to sell dyes or intermediaries, or we are indifferent selling either of the two?
Being a consolidated, integrated business, it is practically difficult to work out the individual profitability vertical-wise. It will not be correct on my part if I give you any figure, because since it's an integrated complex at one site or the other sites which are very nearby, and we have the integration of 6-7 staging vertical, so it is practically difficult to work out the profitability on this individual vertical wise.
Okay, but would it be better for us to sell dyes more, or how does it work, or is it a focus area for us, building our brand?
Sir, ऐसा है कि we have good capacities also on dyes also. We are working on both the ways. We are building a business for dyes as well as for intermediates. Both the businesses are good.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I would now hand the conference over to Mr. Puneet Makharia for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Thank you everyone for joining our Q4 FY24 earnings calls. If you have any further questions, please feel free to connect with our investor relations advisor, Churchgate Partners, and we will be happy to address all your queries. Thank you very much and have a safe day. Thank you.
Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Shree Pushkar Chemicals and Fertilisers Limited, that concludes this conference. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.